We're about to go on the fastest ride at Walt Disney World. That's Test Track here at Epcot. I'm gonna share with you everything I know about riding comfortably as a plus-size person. I'll also share information about accessibility, as well as some information about photosensitivity concerns. Welcome to Pammie Plus Parks. I'm Pammie, your plus-size fairy godmother, bringing you all the magic Disney and Florida has to offer plus-size people. And yes, we're going on Test Track today, and it is supposed to be, at this time, the fastest ride in all of Walt Disney World. A couple of quick things about the queue for this ride. Wheelchairs and ECVs are welcome in the queue, but strollers are not. There is stroller parking nearby. If you're in a wheelchair or ECV, you will need to transfer from your mobility device into the ride. There is an accessible test vehicle that you can try out to practice transferring. It's also a good place to practice putting on the seatbelt as well. Let me go ahead and show you that vehicle right now. As you approach the entrance to the ride, you'll notice off to the left is the accessibility test vehicle. Let's have a look at the transfer practice area instructions. As you can see, you have to be able to transfer from a wheelchair into the vehicle seat. The tester seat that they have for you to practice on doesn't have this additional bar. You can see from the sign that there's a black bar, and that bar on the left side of the seat is going to help you get in a little bit easier. You'll be able to grip onto that bar to help slide yourself in. If you are in a wheelchair, they do ask that you practice outside in this tester seat so that you are at the point where you can get inside that seat within 30 seconds. I'd like to now show you what the seats look like when they're empty. Keep in mind that the images you're seeing here show only 2 seats, but the actual ride has 3 seats, so it's 3 seats across. Here's the leg room, that's what you're looking at. It's pretty similar in the front seat and the back seat. I'm going to show it to you from another angle. Okay, I am 5'4" tall, I weigh 350 pounds, and I wear a woman's size 4 or 5X or a 30-32. And as you can see, when you grab a hold of that belt, you can pull and pull and pull. And the length of that belt is probably twice the size of what I would need to fit around my body. So there is plenty of belt to go around. Let's take a look at this belting from another angle. Once I'm inside the car, I go ahead and I grab a hold of the belt and I pull out all that extra length. Here I slip it over my shoulder in preparation for plugging it in. And if I wanted to, it's actually long enough that if I pulled on it, I could plug it in before I sat down. But because I am able to access that plug once I'm seated, I just go ahead and I sit down and plug it in. As an annual pass holder and someone who's been on Test Track many, many times, for me the single rider line is the way to go because it's the shortest. For instance, today it's a 75-minute wait for the standby line. It's about 30-35 minutes for Fast Pass, and it's 10 minutes and only 10 minutes for single rider. It's the fastest way to go. In the standby line and for a portion of the Fast Pass line, and here in the single rider line, there's a small section where it's a Chevrolet design studio. And what these little computer monitors allow you to do is to design your own virtual race car. And you don't have a really long time to design your car, so you have to be really quick about it. For some folks, designing the virtual car is a really important part of the Test Track experience, but for others like me who've done it before, it's no big deal and I don't mind skipping over it. There are a number of warnings for this ride. You should be in good health and free from back, neck, and heart conditions. Pregnant women are warned not to ride. As we wait to board this ride, let me tell you a little bit about myself to help you decide if this ride will work for you. I'm 5 feet 4 inches tall. I weigh 350 pounds. I wear a US women's size 30 or a 4-5X.
technology activated.
Welcome to the sim track. We'll begin with the capability test to see how your vehicle designs perform under challenging weather and surface conditions.
Monitoring road surface. Connecting to OnStar. SIM-car performance data acquired.
Your designs hold up now.
Commencing SIM-car off-road and extreme weather sequence.
See how your vehicles compare when it comes to their efficiency.
Drive systems analysis. Hyperspectral imaging in progress. Calculating total enviro impact. Commencing responsiveness test. Verified and active. Automated crash avoidance technology disengaged. Displaying responsiveness data.
Here comes the final test.
Energizing for power test. Displaying power test results. SIM-track performance testing complete.
This concludes your performance testing. You'll be able to see how your Chevrolet custom concept vehicle designs compared with the sim car after you disembark.
I want to also show you how to exit the ride. Tuck that belt behind you, and you can brace yourself with one hand on the side of the car and one hand on that windshield, and step up onto the seat and then step up onto the side of the car. All right, let's take a look at this from the side. Here you can see me bracing myself and then stepping up onto that seat and then stepping up onto the side of the car. There's an opportunity after the ride to see how well your virtual vehicle scored. All you have to do is walk up to one of these pads, touch your ticket or your magic band to see the results of your car. There's lots of amazing cars on display after you get off the ride, and an opportunity to play some games. Touch your magic band and you can start playing. Another neat thing I'm learning about this ride is that when you get off afterwards and there's all these great vehicles to look at, there's actually people who are from GM here to talk to you about the vehicles if you have questions. And even if you're interested in purchasing one somewhere down the line, or you have additional questions, they can take your information and email you later with the answers. You may have noticed throughout this video that Mark was in the background, so he's with me here today, and whenever he's here, I like for him to share his experience as someone with epilepsy and photosensitivity concerns. So I'm gonna hand the camera over to Mark, and he's gonna talk to you about some of the changes that were made to this ride a couple of years ago when they did a refurbishment that might affect people who have epilepsy or photosensitivity.
Well, having gone on test track today, there was a few things that I noticed that I don't remember from last time, and that is they tronified it. And you know, if you've seen Tron, there's like a bunch of neon lights and colored lights that rail around, and there's a spot where you whip around and the truck's headlights come on. Those were LED lights. I suggest that people that have issues similar to mine go ahead and give it a shot.
If you have photosensitivity issues, but they're very minor, I think this ride may be okay for you as well. Disney has not put any photosensitivity or epilepsy warnings on this ride, so use your own best judgment. Another thing you can do besides walking around the car showroom after the ride and playing games is there's a number of photo opportunities as well. And if you've made one of those virtual race cars, you can actually have pictures, virtual pictures made of you with your virtual race car. You might be surprised to learn there's a lot more to do than just the ride here. So if you're planning to not go on this ride and wait for your family, you can come into this back section and wait for them here, play some games, take a look at cars, and get out of the heat if it's hot or the rain if it's wet. Now that you have all the tips and tricks that you need to know to ride comfortably as a plus-size person or someone with mobility concerns, I know that you will enjoy the ride.